South East Radio's Business Matters with Karl Fitzpatrick.
Well, Wexford native Seamus Parle was recently elected as the new District Governor of Rotary Ireland. So what projects does Rotary Ireland promote, and why should business people get involved in their local club? Seamus, before we delve into the fantastic work which is completed by Rotarians throughout the country, you might start by providing us with an insight into Rotary Ireland.
Good morning, Karl. Rotary is part of an international organisation with 1.2 million members in over 200 countries worldwide. And in Ireland, the entire island of Ireland is one district. We have 67 Rotary clubs, going from Larne to Dingle, from Letterkenny to Wexford, right throughout the island. And last year, the various Rotary clubs, we estimate, raised about €1.5 million for good causes. A lot of it would have been spread out over local causes, and some of it over international projects, and some of it for national projects.
And what is the purpose of Rotary?
Well, Rotary has a number of purposes. It is a business networking group, the original business networking group. It's also social networking, or fellowship as we call it, which is meeting and interacting with people of like mind, people with a social conscience who like to do some good in their community. We perform, and our main task these days is to perform community service in our local communities and in national and international projects. And finally, another great benefit of Rotary is self-development through participation in Rotary projects, and you learn skills which you can bring to your business and personal life: teamwork, project management, public speaking. All sorts of benefits can cross over to your personal life.
And Seamus, you're an accountant by profession and you operate your own accountancy practice in Wicklow. But what appealed to you about joining your local Rotary club 12 years ago?
Well, I joined Rotary because my business partner told me that he was going to retire in a couple of years. He had been the one who went out and about gathering business, where I stayed in the office doing the work, and decided I'd better get some business networking done, and I joined my local Rotary club. Now, what I found there was something completely different to what I'd expected. I found a group of wonderful people who were dedicated to community service, to fellowship, and to the self-improvement and self-development of all of us.
Now, while each of the Rotary clubs that are located around the country may be involved in different projects and initiatives, what are the core projects that its members champion?
Well, the project which is most well known, I think, nationwide is the Tree of Remembrance at Christmas. And this happens in about half of the Rotary clubs in the district have a Tree of Remembrance. Wexford Club had one this year on the Quays, which I understand is going to be on the main street this year. And what it involves is people can write the name of a loved one on a ribbon, which is then placed on the tree. They can make a donation to charity, and money is given to a number of charities, mainly end-of-life charities.
And as well as that, Rotary International has also played a key role in eradicating polio around the world. Provide us with an insight into that, and of course the support that Rotary would have received as well from the Bill Gates Foundation.
Yes, this is our major international project. In 1985, Rotary International pledged to vaccinate every child in the world against polio. Now, at that time, we had 360,000 cases of polio per annum. That's 1,000 cases every day worldwide. The success of the project is that last year, in 2023, there were just 12 cases, just 14 cases this year to date. Now, in 1987, 2 years after Rotary began, the World Health Organization became involved, and a few years later, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation became involved and undertook to match on a 2-for-1 basis the amount of money raised by Rotary.
And throughout your own Rotary journey to date, I know that you're particularly proud of two projects that you've been involved in. The first of those being securing €250,000 in funding for the Bikes for Africa campaign.
Yes, this is a particularly good one. The Department of Environment approved a Rotary project for funding under the Anti-Dumping Initiative. And we have 17 containers at different locations around the country. We collect unwanted bikes from people, bikes which might otherwise be dumped. And the bikes then are transported to Shelton Abbey and Lockenhouse Open Prisons, where the prisoners learn a skill while repairing the bikes. We then ship them to the Gambia in Africa, where they're given to secondary school children who live a distance from school. And it enables them to get into school rather than walking hours in the hot sunshine. They can cycle into school and arrive fresh, and the learning outcomes can be a lot better. When they're finished with the bike, or when they're finished in school, the bike is recycled back to the junior classes.
The other initiative is something that I share your passion for, the Youth Leadership Development Competition. Perhaps some people might not know that our current Taoiseach, Simon Harris, actually participated in the competition many years ago.
Yes, Simon Harris was a winner 20 years ago, and it's amazing to see his progress since then. The competition is run by through a lot of Rotary clubs around the district. The clubs interview children 16, 17-year-old in schools. They choose a club winner who goes forward to a regional final. The regional winners then are sent on a trip, a week-long trip. We send them to Stormont, we send them to Leinster House, and then for 5 days to the European Parliament in Strasbourg to an event called Euroscola. And there's a number of advantages to it. You have future young leaders, witness Simon Harris. Future young leaders, North and South, meet each other and get to know each other, and they all get a taste for politics and how it's practiced.
And there are a range of membership options now available. Can you go through those with us?
Yes, indeed, yeah. Traditionally, Rotary membership has been organised into clubs, and we have about 35,000 clubs worldwide in 200 different countries. So people can either join their local Rotary club, or we have recently introduced direct membership. And direct membership is like an online membership, and it's for people who would like to be members of Rotary and involved in Rotary projects, but because of work or family commitments perhaps can't commit the time to do it on a permanent basis.
So that's it at an individual level. What about from a corporate membership perspective? Is there options available there too?
There are corporate membership options, and I suppose we've always had a corporate membership option, but it has been streamlined and relaunched recently, and it's a membership type whereby a company will join a particular Rotary club. They will nominate a member to attend the meetings, and a number of alternate members can attend in their place if they're not available to attend at a particular time. They can be involved, just like an ordinary member, they can be involved in club projects. For a corporate, one of the benefits for a corporate is that its executives can get involved in areas that they might not be skilled in at the moment. As I say, project management and teamwork and leadership roles, stuff like that. And it can be of benefit to the corporate in that way. The corporate gets a sign to display at their premises, which is corporate member of the Rotary Club of whichever club it is. And the corporate then can use that as part of a corporate social responsibility or ESG strategy. A corporate that wants to be involved in community development, it is a way of doing that.
As I mentioned at the start of the interview, Seamus, you've recently taken over as the new District Governor for Rotary Ireland. So what does the role entail?
I will be visiting, over the next year, I'll be visiting all 67 Rotary clubs in the district and speaking to each one. I will also be representing Rotary Ireland internationally, representing the district within the cluster, the regional cluster, because we are clustered with Rotary Scotland North and Rotary Scotland South to cooperate as much as we can on joint projects.
And what are your priorities for your tenure as District Governor of Rotary Ireland?
Well, I have two main priorities. I would like us to increase our impact, to become as efficient as possible in the fundraising and the community service we do. And secondly, I would like us to recruit more members. Rotary is looking for members. Like any organisation, we are constantly seeking to renew our membership. We hope that direct membership will enable younger people to join Rotary.
And Seamus, for the business people that are listening to this morning's show, why should they consider getting involved with the Rotary Club of Wexford?
The Rotary Club of Wexford is one of the most active and vibrant of the Rotary clubs in the district. I think any local business would gain significant benefit from membership of the club. You would benefit through corporate membership by having your executives experience the leadership roles and various activities of the club, as well as demonstrating your corporate service credentials.
Well, if you've just tuned in, that was Seamus Parle, the District Governor of Rotary Ireland. And I would hope that Seamus has encouraged some of our listeners to get involved with their local Rotary Club and the inspirational work that they do. If you'd like to find out more about the Rotary Club of Wexford, you can visit rotarywexford.com.
Southeast Radio's Business Matters with Karl Fitzpatrick.